I noticed when I look down at these different student designs, and you can see there's some slight differences and some big differences. Why are they different?
I said to the kids they could design their own chassis part and the motor tower. I said I would provide them with the propeller guards purely as a safety issue, and the steering mechanism I said because there was so much of it and it's fiddly I would print it, but they had to put it together and make the steering work. So you can see here this one is very closely the design that sketches I gave the kids. Then the kids from there chose their own different designs. So length of the chassis is probably a big difference. Width of the chassis stayed fairly common because they had to fit the tower on. And then, yeah, some kids have added traction to theirs, some haven't. They haven't quite worked out. And it's good to see the guys who made these two are testing theirs. And I don't, if you see on these, this is what I was probably talking about before, where the kids were testing and cutting away bits of the plastic so that they could get their steering better. Whereas these, they've all worked out that the steering radius, I guess, is different. This one was designed straight away, so this one probably designed the best so far. But yeah, was the bit I guess they could put their spin on.
And this one's got a short chassis base.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you saying something about it could be a problem when you actually drive it.
He had an issue yesterday. He's fixed it. You'll see there's a fair bit of hot glue on this one where he has repaired it because it's a little bit stable in a straight line, but in a very tight course it works really well. This one will spin almost on itself, whereas this one takes almost about a metre turning circle to turn.
Because of the length of the chassis.
The length of the chassis, and I think also the amount of turn I can get on the steering.
Yeah.
So you can see these ones, they've cleared out a lot of space
to allow for a tighter
arc. Yeah. So, and these guys, the ones driving these two, are doing a lot of improvements at the moment to their cars to try and make them go faster.
And how would they make them go faster? Reducing weight, or?
The most thing they're trying to do is make sure the steering, because the actual speed of these is not too different, but in the course I'm going to make sure they have to do a few turns and stuff. So turning, they want to make sure they were making sure the traction, they can get good traction in turns, and that they have a good turning circle.
So when you say speed, it's not straight line speed, it's speed of manoeuvring through the course.
Yeah. So they're looking at making them controllable and getting a fair speed. All the motors are exactly the same, all the propellers are exactly the same, the batteries are the same, so in that sense they should be fairly equal. It comes down to how well, I guess, they've designed their steering and stuff, and how well they learn to drive.